All right, let's get into it. Today, we are cracking open the toolbox for the people who are literally building the next generation of the internet. We're going to look at the tools, the mindset, and the absolute must-have skills that define a blockchain developer.
And you know, this quote really nails it. We're talking about something way bigger than just digital money. It's about building systems where trust is baked right into the code itself, where everything is out in the open and where value, well, it can be programmed just like any other piece of software. It's a huge idea.
So that begs the question, right? Who are the people actually turning this massive vision into a reality? Well, those are the blockchain developers, and they're exactly who we're focusing on today.
And that's our first stop. You've got to think of these developers less like traditional coders and more like modern-day architects. They're not just writing lines of code, they're designing entirely new systems of digital trust from the ground up.
Okay, that's the textbook definition. But let's break it down into plain English. They build apps that have no single owner or central point of failure. That's the decentralized bit. They write code that once it's out there is immutable, meaning it can't be tampered with. And all this runs on a distributed system, so the app is being run by thousands of computers worldwide, which makes it incredibly resilient and reliable.
And when you look at the skills they need, it's this really fascinating blend. You start with the fundamentals of great software engineering, but then you layer on this whole new world of specialized knowledge. We're talking everything from knowing the guts of blockchain architecture, to mastering security, to understanding the really deep, complex ways these networks all agree on what is true.
Okay, so let's dive into the blueprints these architects are using. Because if you want to build anything in this space, you first have to understand the fundamental structure, the digital foundation of it all.
And this is basically it, the blockchain stack, from top to bottom. Way up at the top, you've got the part you actually see and click on, the user interface. Right below that, you have the Web3 layer, which is like the bridge connecting the app to your crypto wallet. Go a level deeper and you find the smart contracts. That's the real engine, where all the rules and logic live. And then at the very bottom, the foundation of everything is the blockchain network itself.
So now we get to the really good stuff, the actual tools of the trade. These are the programming languages, the standards, and the frameworks the developer is working with day in and day out.
Now, what's really interesting here is seeing how all these pieces fit together to build something. For that user-facing part of the app, a dev is probably using JavaScript with a library like Ethers.js. But the core logic, the actual rules of the game, that's going to be written in a special language like Solidity, often using a standard like ERC721 if they're building an NFT. And none of this works without a deep grasp of the core concepts, like how the network stays secure or what gas fees even are.
And this little piece of code is a perfect example. Seriously, don't worry about the syntax. Just think of this thing as a digital safe. That set function lets anyone put a number inside the safe. Once it's in there, the data variable holds onto it. And because it's on the blockchain, everyone can see the number and nobody, not even the person who built it, can secretly change it later. It's simple, I know, but this is the building block for everything.
So, building on that simple idea, we get to what is probably the biggest challenge of all. When your code can control real money and can never be changed, security isn't just a nice-to-have feature. It's everything. You have to get it right. And you also need a way for the entire network to agree on things without some central boss calling the shots. That's where security and consensus come in.
And there are really two main ways these networks achieve that agreement. Over on the left, you have proof of work, which is what Bitcoin uses. Think of it like a giant, super competitive race where computers all over the world are trying to solve a puzzle, and the first one to do it gets to add the next set of transactions to the chain. Then on the right, you have proof of stake, which Ethereum uses. This is more like a lottery. The more crypto you stake or lock up, the better your chance of being chosen to validate the next block. Which brings us to a really critical question. If your code is literally controlling money, what's the single biggest risk you face? Yeah, it's bugs, it's security holes, it's vulnerabilities in that code. These are the kinds of things that keep developers up at night. Let's just take reentrancy, for example. This was the vulnerability behind the huge DAO hack years ago. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Imagine a bug in a vending machine that lets you hit the coin return button over and over again, getting your money back multiple times before the machine even realizes the sale is finished. That's basically what happened with the DAO, and it was used to drain millions and millions of dollars.
And that is exactly why this security toolkit is absolutely non-negotiable. It's all about defense in depth. Developers use automated tools to catch common bugs, they use trusted platforms for pre-built secure components, and for the really high-stakes projects, they bring in security experts to do manual audits and formal verification. It's this multi-layered shield that protects against those risks we just talked about.
So we've gone through the role, the architecture, and the tools. But to wrap things up, let's zoom out a bit. Because being a great blockchain developer, that's about something more than just mastering the toolkit.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? A good developer, yeah, they can write a secure smart contract. But a great developer thinks so much bigger. They're thinking about how that one contract fits into a whole system, how it creates value, and how it can become a foundation for an entire digital economy.
So the crucial point is this. Real mastery is when you combine that deep technical skill with a visionary mindset. It's about seeing the whole picture, from writing incredibly secure, trust-minimized code at the lowest level, all the way up to architecting products that can scale to millions of users and can reshape entire industries way beyond just finance.
And that's really what it all comes down to. The tools are here, they are getting better every single day, and they're more open and accessible than ever before. They represent a totally new way of building systems for people to coordinate and exchange value. So the only real question left is, what are we going to build with them?